It's 5:30 and we'll call the meeting to order and ask you to stand with us for prayer and pledge.
Let's pray. Lord and Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and discuss township business. Lord, we pray that you would bless our township, that you would protect our citizens. We do ask for protection for our firefighters as they serve our community and for our sheriff's deputies as well, when they put their lives in the line almost daily to protect us. And we ask that you give them a special protection. We love you and we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll go on to consent agenda. We got approval of the minutes, accounts payable, and the fireworks for Byron Days.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Support.
Got motion and support. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The water and sewer variance request for 8301 Harlow. If you read that whole thing, we went over that, and we made it so that if it's a property that cannot be split.
Right. I read that, yeah.
Yeah. So we thought that was a safe way to try
It
to
seemed
do it.
wise, right.
And that's just residential, not commercial.
Yeah, just residential, and if you can't split it, we're not too concerned that you're gonna do something.
So now it won't go through the variance process?
It'll be allowed.
Yes,
It
right,
has to still get a water sewer
right.
committee approval.
But it's not considered a variance where
It's
they
not a
have to
variance
meet
anymore.
every single one of
But allowed
those.
it in there
But
that,
each township can
So
write their
how-
own rules.
what did we
right?
change?
And that's how we are,
Did we
yes.
change it in the ordinance?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's what's in
That-
there.
It's amended.
this is.
Yeah.
This is
Because this
changing it.
says variance request.
Yeah, but it's changing actually.
I had it just the same wording that we had the
Yeah.
last
Okay,
time.
we're gonna
tabled.
change that.
I just kept
Results
the
of it
same
is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
title.
The result is it's changing
Right,
the
I read
variance.
through the yellow.
But now it wouldn't be a variance.
My only thing with the splitting it, could we add language in there that if it's, because if your pole barn is not, your parcel's splittable, but your pole barn, you're not going to be able to split off your pole barn.
But remember, this is going to be water and sewer too. It's not well and septic.
There's not a lot of pole barns.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is there are
Right.
not a lot of pole barns that are going to be on water and sewer. But
Right, but if you're,
So they would be non-compliant to split it though, because you need a house to go with the barn.
right.
Right, well, he's
Say you're.
saying the lot's wide enough to split, but we're not saying that right here. I mean,
Right.
If you got let's say you got a 200 foot parcel and the zoning says you can split it to two 100 foot
Right.
lots, and your barn your barn and your house is on 100 feet, it's technically a splittable lot, then we should still let them.
we're not going to run
water.
into
The
that
lot where
too
they're
much
putting it
for
on
water.
would not be splittable.
What's that?
The lot that they're putting it on would not be splittable.
Right,
because the barn can't be without a house anyway.
right,
Right.
right.
So an empty lot, there would be no water and
No, so
sewer.
you said it wrong, but I know what he meant. The house would be on this 100, the barn was on this
Yeah.
100,
Oh,
but it's not
Okay.
separable without building another house.
Correct,
They'd be
right,
required
because you
100
have to have a
automatically
principal,
anyway, so
you have to have a principal
I think-
residence.
I think it'd take care of itself.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we accept the change in variance and the law.
Second.
got motion and support?
Jay, that was you? Thanks.
Got motion and support. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Burlingame Planners Row sidewalk and 76th Street path. You see, we got 5 bids on that. Boltzma being the cheapest of the 5. And that was a recommendation to give it to Boltzma.
It's 2 segments, right? The one that brings it to the high school from Planners Row, and then this piece here.
Yep,
From
from rail
Byron-
yard to
Rail
the
yard
Kent
to
Trail.
To the Kent Trail.
Trail or to 76?
Kent Trail.
Kent Trail.
Because we've already done this.
Oh, yeah. This is the west
That
side.
was the extra
The
part.
The west side, right, yeah, I forgot. I make a motion, we approve the Boltzmann bid.
Support?
Got motion and support? Is there any other discussion, questions? Everybody know what we're,
So that's doing two separate,
There's two
it's two separate
separate
jobs.
locations we're
Okay.
bid on all.
Yeah.
Under one
That's what I thought.
project.
Yep.
One project. So, we ready? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we're going to fire inspector. We're looking at changing this thing. Right now, the fire inspectors are just paid wages out of the fire department.
Out of the
building.
building,
Out of
out of the building
department.
inspection department.
Yeah, the building inspections. So we're looking at changing that and putting it on a deal like what we do, the electrical inspections and everything else. And the fire department will then bill the building
Contract
department for the services. We talked about buying the 2 trucks and different ways of trying to get some money out of building, but come up with this, they can keep the trucks and the trucks all stay in their fleet. And the wages will go back to fire and it'll gain fire probably $170,000 a year or so.
There won't be any charges to the businesses or the residents.
No, nobody pays for it.
No.
So I mean, there
great.
would be no
That came right.
complaint.
Right,
Fire
you
department.
can't get
It's
rid of
just-
that money anyway, so.
It's just internal moving money.
Yeah.
They put
It
170.
works as long as we're building homes.
Well,
So,
we'll keep-
well, yeah. So they'll put 170, it'll go into fire O and M where we need it, so.
Yep.
That's the deal with that.
Nope.
Yeah, and if we ended up into a '08 scenario where we didn't have any money, we would just be moving out of the general budget to help out the building department, which you have to do that anyway.
With
We
the
gotta
fire
do
anyways,
Right,
right?
fire
right.
anyway,
Yeah.
so.
We can get down a long ways from where we are
Yeah, what's
today.
our building fund at right now?
It's about
1.8,
1.8,
yeah, well, I'm not sure, it's 1.6 maybe now, but, yeah,
1.6,
10 more
1.8.
years.
10 more years if we didn't,
Yeah, you didn't have to do hardly anything.
right, because we did go down a few $100,000 last year.
Well, we
And they
found
are
other
the
ways.
cheapest township on building permits. so.
Yeah, by far.
Well, and like Peggy said too, so then the fire department is getting paid for exactly what it's doing, the inspections, right? So let's say, the inspectors they work some overtime because of an accident and stuff, that isn't coming out of the building fund. It's, they're only getting paid for the specific reason why they should be getting paid is for the inspection parts and not any fire stuff. So it's kind of a
Win-win.
cleaner way.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
yeah, for
pretty
sure.
easy.
Yeah, no, it was a good move.
I use Peggy's words on that.
yeah, because then you'd have to punch out, punch in.
Yeah.
Make a motion, we approve the move of the fire inspectors from the inspections back to the fire department.
Support?
Got a motion and support, any other discussion? Everybody understand what we're doing? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public comments. Anybody got anything you want to ask the board? I'll give you 3 minutes. Try to stick with that.
Dick Coxman. He does a lot of announcing in the football games.
Oh, maybe that's why we're doing it.
Hi, guys and ladies. Dick Coxman here. I already talked to a couple of you, and you kind of know what I'm going to talk about. But last month, you had a young man come up and talk about the drink drain. And so just happened to be, I got a letter from him, too. A minimal amount, $17 or $18 a year, which is nothing. But the problem is, when I talked to the drain commissioner, I said, it's been 15 years since they dug ours out. He goes, well, you're on the wrong side of Wilson. He said, the county doesn't dig that out. That's the township. And of course, I know that the township doesn't do that anymore. So I guess what we're trying to say is, if we could find out whose job it is to dig that out, and if it's mine, then I guess I'll do it. But just, it'd be nice to know.
What drain is that?
He called, the drain commissioner called it the Byron drain, but it's part of the Drake drain, I believe.
Okay.
On the east side of Wilson, it's considered the Byron drain, and when it goes under Wilson, it comes the Drake drain. And he says, the county gets from that point on, but Byron Township would have to do before that. So I guess our situation is who's in charge?
Is that right by your house?
Yeah, yeah, I'm right, actually it's myself, Tom Blau is 2 doors down, and that's where it makes the turn across. And then, so he gets flooded out just like I do.
The farm drain, isn't it?
I don't know. Let me, when we get done here in a few minutes, let me grab the county drain a minute and we'll look. Because I want to make sure that we're talking if it's a county drain or if we got a road drain or if it's a farm drain.
Yeah, and that's the problem, it's
So if
the
he's telling
drain.
you it's not the drain commissioner, then we'll have to see once actually what it is.
Yeah.
Let me look after we get done here. Just hang on a minute. I'll go grab
Right.
the map.
So it goes north, it goes from your property straight north,
Okay, no, yeah, straight north, and then
Tom,
right by Tom, it turns to the west. And when it goes under Wilson, it automatically becomes the direct drain.
because I lose it when we go into Wilson.
This is gonna go off.
So it looks like it comes right here.
Yeah.
This is him,
Yeah.
Dick, and it comes here, and then I lose it here. It must be. I don't
Yeah, and
see it.
there's some of it you can't even see where it goes anymore because it has,
Nothing but the drain, so.
Where is the culvert under Wilson? Is it right in front of Tom?
yeah. Well, it's
I wonder if
about,
it's right-
from his driveway,
Right through here. I bet it's right through here.
yeah, from his driveway, it's probably
Oh, yeah, right
50
here.
feet.
Right here, Amos. You can see it picks up right over here, so it must. Is it in a pipe? Is it in a pipe when it crosses Wilson for a while?
That I'm not sure about. I just,
See an
I don't see
open,
it.
it hasn't been cleaned out.
pick up
Yeah,
going
Yeah.
west, kind of into the old sand pit. Then it comes through there. I know where it goes through the sand
yeah,
pit, so.
yeah. And I guess we're not upset or mad or nothing, just we want to know
Yeah.
who can help us.
I'll grab my map pretty soon and we'll
Okay,
take
cool.
a look at it.
All right,
Dick-
thank you.
Dick mentioned that it was cleaned out by Byron Township
I
15
didn't know the
years ago.
township had a drain.
Well, 15 years ago, maybe
It's
20.
heading,
Well-
it's heading east, right? It's not
See, it
heading.
could have been a county drain and we
It's,
cleaned it
well,
out.
on our property, it goes north and south behind our property.
Right. But is it eventually heading west, or is
Yeah.
it, okay.
Well, both. To the north of us goes west.
Way is it flowing? Is it flowing west?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
You either have a county drain, a ditch in the roadway where the roadway would control, or a farm drain.
yes.
There ain't a fourth one, all right? So,
Yeah, let me get the map pretty
Okay,
soon.
thanks.
My name's Beth Ann Teisty. I live on Sunflower Drive, and I'm concerned about the septic that's coming through. I think if we're not 350 feet away, we're darn close. We're at the end of the cul-de-sac, and I would like to get our name put on that list where they monitor our well. Our property is right across from Kilgore's land.
you're east of Kilgore, right? Yeah,
North,
well, her
I don't
street-
know.
your
I'm
street
I'm
comes
on the
in behind
cul-de-sac
Kilgore,
at the
yeah.
end.
right.
Yeah, it comes in behind Kilgore.
Yeah.
To the north of Kilgore, though.
It's north. But
Yeah, 6628.
What is your address? Your address? 60?
6628 Sunflower Drive.
Okay.
so when
What
that thing,
was your last name?
Teisty, Theiste.
Yes.
And the Shepherds also, they
when it
live
comes
next
into
to
Kilgore,
us.
it's farther
They didn't get
south, right?
a letter or anything either, but the the Morgans did. So that's the 3 houses down at the end. We're quite close.
Yeah.
Get a letter to me?
No.
Okay.
Well, we got the initial letter, but we didn't get the second one. And I would
One
like
thing
us
That's
to,
advantage for you is those are probably more modern wells, so they're probably deeper,
Yeah.
4-inch
Mine
wells.
is very shallow.
Is
We
it?
built in 94.
Really? How deep, what is
I
it?
think 35 feet.
Oh, I
So
thought-
I'm really concerned.
I thought the law was we had to be through rock back then already, so maybe not.
Not rock, but I thought it was 50, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't, I
think
know,
to get
I'm
on the
just,
list- To get on the list is not a problem.
if you could put me on that, I would, and the Shepherds would like it as well. They couldn't.
Who does she got to get her information to?
Well, by telling us tomorrow, we have our
Meeting, yeah.
meeting, so we can talk more about that tomorrow. I put your name and address, and I'll get it off of there, too. And you said the Shepherds?
Yes, Scott and Tricia.
They're 6635.
Okay, thanks.
You don't have a phone number for them, do you?
I'm sorry, what?
You don't have a phone number for them, do you?
Tricia?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do?
Well, you can just give it to us afterwards.
Okay.
It's fine. I don't want her to say it out loud. I don't want her to say it while they're being taken.
Rifling off.
Oops, sorry. Just a couple things for you guys for the meeting. You guys have a couple concerns they wanted me to bring up, if you guys could talk about. Their concerns of the grading on the road right now, that beyond very, very rough, if it could be graded better. Again, I'm just passing along. They're saying it's getting rough on the vehicles, the ones that are traveling down it. Like
It
me,
is.
I go around.
It is.
It's
I
bad.
drove down it today. It's very
You
bumpy.
did?
It's very bumpy. I literally just drove down it today, yeah. I went right by her house and then back.
So
It's
should
pretty
it have been
rough.
graded better than
It
that?
needs to be, yeah, it's rough.
They ground it and they haven't cleaned up
Yeah.
good behind themselves, or?
Yep. I can test to
Are,
that.
do they have you going on the side or
No, not
down
yet.
the? down
No, they
the-
have you, well, right now you can go on either,
Yeah.
just depending, you miss whatever you want to miss. I mean, because I have went down it to see, but I avoid as much as possible and just use.
That seems like a simple fix.
Yeah, yep. And then the other one, a little concerned about, is I noticed today, they have a hose, fire hose, because they're starting to do the dewatering, and it's going right down into the creek. It is, right now, we have so much erosion right now, and we're losing the size of that creek right now. For them just to continue to do that, we need to be extremely careful. Something needs to be looked into about that. And then the soot filter, or whatever filter they call that big black bag, it's got holes in it. Why are we filtering it? There's just holes in it. We're supposed to be filtering for a reason, and I mean, we got pictures and stuff of that. That's a concern. And again, with that having holes in it, again, it's just sitting down on the bank of the creek, causing all the erosion that it's causing. And again, I know that it's usually the county that comes up and builds that up, because they've done it a few times, but it's so bad right now, it's just causing it to get worse. And it's worse right now because of all the flooding we've been having, because it's literally.
A lot of rain.
Yeah, exactly. And then, which kind of thankful for, because when they're dewatering. But, and then the last.
Last year we were dry, this year
Right.
we're wet. So.
Right, exactly. Then the last one, just a little concern, we do have that little patch that my wishing well sits on,
Well,
great.
yeah, I saw
Which
that.
nothing's been, but our only concern is they have a ton of, not a ton, but a bunch of cones and stuff that are sitting there. Just gonna make sure that when they take care of everybody else's grass, that's gonna kill all the grass and stuff right there, to make sure that that just gets taken care of as well.
We'll
That's
probably
it.
talk about this at the end of
That's
that,
what I,
right?
perfect. Thank you.
Peggy also said that they're gonna get the trailer there hopefully within a week or two.
They're just putting the office inside the trailer, but it's already set up on where it's going to go.
Okay. Is it right there on the corner, right there by Kent Trails? Okay.
Let's see if I can do it again.
Hi, I think you remember who I am, Les Sedor.
Phyllis?
I'm going to bring up again, because about the the widening of the road in front of my house. I do not want that widened, and I don't know why it just got pushed through without.
Is that even up to us?
The Kent County's in charge of that at this point in time.
I don't think we have
What's
any
that?
say in that.
Yeah, we
It
have
was
to
a
say-
request, it come as a request.
It was a request from the street people, the group.
No, it wasn't. It might have been from one or two, but it sure wasn't from
They
everybody.
just brought it up, and the county said we can do that. But the
Oh, that's-
county We don't control building the road, so,
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna meet with them here soon. We'll talk to them about it, but we don't control what the county does, so,
Yeah, well,
you know.
I think it's a bunch of that they're turning my front yard into a parking lot, and I do not appreciate it.
Anybody else?
All that along the sides.
Easement?
All right, Scott, you got anything? Jake?
I do not.
Tom?
Nope.
Peggy?
Nope.
Okay, I got one thing. We got the money in the budget for parks and stuff. And I'd like to, the Park Rec Committee doesn't meet again until next month. Sometime, they got first meeting in May, whenever I'd like to start on a couple of these maintenance things on these buildings. Because we guys ain't that busy, we can get it done before the parks get busy. So it would be fixing this concession around the bottom. They're gonna fix that wood. And then there's a roof on the pavilion and a roof at Weiniger Cemetery. It'd be about $20,000, just maintenance.
Those are all in that list of things that was.
They're all on the
Yeah.
list.
How are they gonna fix that
This
now?
building
that-
ain't right here.
He's gonna
So-
cut it down, cut it a
Right.
couple feet
But
up
the
from the
cement's poured
bottom.
up to the wood right now.
Well, in one spot it is for a little bit. Ben looked at it.
The whole building.
I don't think so. Ben looked at it and he said it ain't.
That's a
he don't have
2x6
problem.
around the bottom they poured up to. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
that needs attention when it's done, not just above that, because the
Okay.
cutting is above that all.
Yeah.
The board that's being touched is below the siding.
Okay, I'll tell Ben, see what they can do with that, but
Well,
I'd like
it
to get
needs- it probably
started on
needs to be
some of
caulked and flashed differently, so.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you flash it now that the concrete's there.
The best you can do now is put a caulk down that's, you know, epoxy type caulk, but, yeah, the entire building has cement poured up around the wood. It
Yeah.
ain't just a piece of it.
That's where they built it in
It's
the
all above
60s.
the siding,
So
or below the
do we have,
siding.
do we have quotes on that or
Mhm.
price?
Yeah, it's $4,500.
From who?
But I guess,
That guy's.
what does the rec committee not meeting have to do with it? I mean, are they in charge of the
Well,
order of events? And-
Well, a lot of stuff on the parks list, we wanted to give it to the rec committee and say, here's what we got, here's how much money you have, here's what we're looking at doing, and what do you want to do? There's a few things in there, well, we could do this and not be able to do this. Or we want, you know, you
Is
guys,
Crystal in the loop on the things
Oh,
that are
yeah.
gonna get worked on? All right.
yeah. So this is just strictly maintenance stuff, so I mean, this ain't really negotiable.
And who do we have doing this?
I'm trying to think of his name. It's somebody Randy knows.
Right, you told me one time. But this
It's
bill's
a young, I
small.
think. This was $4,500, and Ben looked at it, and he says, for that, he says, I don't even think I'd get another bid. He says, that's
Right.
reasonable.
The other ones were bigger numbers, weren't they, though?
It ends up with all of them,
No, individuals.
individuals, I think, well, here's one. The pavilion over there by the swing sets at Whistle Stop, behind the swing set, that one, we know there's a lot of wood damage in there. But we're looking at the other buildings in the park, got steel roofs on. This one, this thing's got shingles.
Like steel is in pole barn steel?
Standing seam.
Standing seam.
Yeah, that seam stuff, like what these buildings are here. So that would look nice and kind of match the rest. And I looked today again, the garage is just a shingled roof,
The big barn.
the big one.
Yeah, I know.
The maintenance
I built
garage.
it.
Yeah, and that's just a shingled roof.
Right.
So now they do 30-year shingles. I
Well,
just did my
they're
house.
even longer, but yeah.
Yeah, so a shingle roof is about 6,000, the steel roof's about 13, you know, and some change, but it's double to do steel.
And that's a low bid, because a lot of times steel is 4 times.
Yeah, oh, it is?
Yeah.
This is from Complete. But,
But those are all
I got-
numbers that we gotta prove anyways when they come through, right?
right, but I want to get, you know, if we can get started on it before the parks all get busy
Right.
and that, and get this stuff done.
But I meant that the bigger numbers we're getting multiple bids on, or you got bids on?
Oh, yeah, we got multiple bids on most
Because
of
we gotta
it.
approve them anyways, right? Will it be
Yeah.
at the next meeting in that, or? We have a threshold that we approve, so
Well,
that's
yeah,
what
we
I'm
got,
saying.
quite a bit of money that we put towards that parks.
Correct.
So-
What I'm saying is the things over $5,000, are we looking at them and approving them, or are we saying just open doing them? That's what I'm
Well, I'm
saying.
just looking for kind of a consensus thing to get the maintenance ones done.
Right.
I would say
You
if you
wanna
have
look at the
if
bids,
you
I
have
would
a
put-
price, propose, here's the bid.
Yeah,
Just like
Yes or
normal,
no?
I guess is what I'm
Like-
saying.
Like normal.
yeah.
I don't want to say, okay, go ahead and spend 20 grand because we know where that's gone before.
I guess I thought we should be voting on things that if it's a smaller item, then it gets taken care of in maintenance. If it's over $5,000, we're voting on it, right? Isn't that how it goes? Or I'm thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
So,
So then have those bids that, we have a meeting in 2 weeks, right?
I think so, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like we did the sidewalk with
Right,
Baltimore.
right. I didn't want to get into a general approval of something. I think the building here makes sense. I'm just concerned on how they flash it, because it's kind of all retro now, but the other ones are bigger numbers.
Yeah, I think the
We
Winoka
had-
Cemetery ended up, Ben handled all that, he gave me the numbers, but it ended up being around between $8,000 and $9,000 for a roof. Get the whole thing cleaned up and painted, a new garage door on the front, and the
Right.
gable's gotta be replaced, and
So I didn't think our budget approval was approving all them. I thought it
No.
came up that we were going to see them and vote on them as they came through.
Right, and most of that stuff, that's fine, I just am trying to get it so we can get started on it, but, I mean, the bids is all laying there, but,
Yeah, I just bring them
Bring 'em
for
to
us to
the-
vote on,
yeah.
so that's all I'm saying.
okay, that's all I got.
Awesome.
Adjourn.